Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick check-in, see what your guides want you to know. Yeah, because I feel like a lot of us are wondering what's next. Like, we're doing the work, you know, we're doing the healing. We're not attached. We're surrendering. You're asking us to be patient. I just saw 23 in the timer. 23 might be significant. We're doing all the things. Maybe a little bit frustrated. My throat chakra just went on me. Maybe you're keeping it to yourself of how frustrated you are, like under the radar frustration. Let's see. What do they want you to know? What do they want you to know? Okay. So they want you to know that you're healing you're still healing. You're still healing. Aren't we always? Break the chain came out. See where I mentioned the throat chakra, and I'm feeling I'm feeling it. Throat chakra color. Something about speaking. 111 I just saw too. Something about speaking your truth. It's almost like she's looking back at these figures, but these figures are kind of faded. So it's like she's looking back at her past versions of self, maybe. It's coming out of a cave. Like she's coming out of a cave and having one last look. That's what it's giving me. I just saw 144. Earth angels. So ancestral, it says on the card, break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, and rewriting the future. And it makes me think back to, I mentioned in a past reading recently about the tree of life and how, you know, how you have your family tree and you have the very first ancestors that you can, you know, as far back as you can go, you have the first two ancestors. You're starting from fresh. You have a brand new family tree. There's nobody on it but you. You're at the very bottom. It's just you. Okay, it's giving me that. It's giving me like you're literally starting fresh, starting from fresh, rewriting the future. So this is breaking ancestral patterns, karmic ancestral patterns, doing things different. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. More throat chakra blue in this card too. See how it's like a different, see how she's like all different versions? I think you're the in-between stage. Most of us are. That in-between stage of not quite into the newest version yet. You haven't quite stepped into that new version. You're still, but you're not in the past version, so you're in the middle. It says, align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? The word patterns on here is sticking out to me because I think you're very good at spotting patterns and very good at spotting when there's patterns that are showing you that something is not in alignment with you and your higher self. Yeah. So we need to make sure you should never be attaching yourself to anyone anyway, but make sure you're detaching or pulling back your energy from people, places, things that aren't in alignment with your highest good. And make sure you're staying on top of that. This is also giving me like Harry Potter and the Horcrux, where like Voldemort had taken pieces of his soul and spread them everywhere. So you couldn't destroy him. You had to find each piece to destroy him. It's giving me that, but instead of destroying, it's almost like it's giving me the term spreading yourself thin. So make sure that you aren't like, make sure you're calling your energy back from things that don't resonate with you. Okay? Make sure you're constantly doing that as a daily practice to call your energy back. Call my magic back. I call my power back. I call my energy back. Okay. There's that. Let's see what else. More throat chakra. This is my favorite card in this deck. My favorite card, the Mintakans. I don't know if you might want to look that up, Mintakan, and see if it resonates for you. Speaking of resonating, because it's a beautiful passage about them. They are the original light workers, is what they're called. And mermaids, she's a mermaid, so mermaids might be significant. This is also giving me like Sirius, because it's a water planet. It's almost giving me that as well. And I'm seeing Uranus as well in the background. It's just giving me Uranus. What's Uranus? Uranus is radical change. Yeah. And also Neptune, which is dreamy energy, transcending space and time. Ooh, I just heard transcending space and time. So you might have been feeling like that. This is giving me like past life regression, where you are longing for home, longing for a place to call home. You don't feel, maybe you haven't been feeling like this realm is your home. It's because it isn't. We are just visitors here. We are renting these meat suits. But we're here. Our purpose is obviously a lot greater than just a visit. However, to who this resonates with, my throat chakra again. Maybe you have to talk this out with your guides. This is giving me like soul searching. Remember, I mentioned past life regression. So you could be tapping into past lives, feeling that nostalgia, feeling like you're not fitting in here, feeling more detached, more and more detached. But that is normal in the awakening process. That is what you should be doing. And it comes in the form of grief when you're detaching from things that don't serve you anymore. Okay. Let's see. Got Lemuria on the bottom too. Lemuria. See, it's again with the throat chakra blue. Past lives. Past lives. The initiation. Remember I said you're right in between the past version and the new version of you? You're right in between. Oh, right. It says rite of passage, crossing the threshold. Yeah. See this look at the in-between land. It's stormy. You know, it's not pleasant, but you're almost through this portal. So you're almost there. But right now, presently, your world kind of looks like this. Like apocalyptic, desolate. You might be feeling like that. I'm seeing snakes here, kundalini, or just shedding the skin. It's giving me Medusa as well. And I just heard promised land with this while I was looking at that promised land. Okay. It was just 9 on the timer, which is cycles are ending. Speaking of promised land, Lemuria, the card says, my throat chakra, the card says, creating heaven on earth, it's happening. The promised land. It also just gave me paradise. If you've been seeing that word, paradise. Paradise meaning your higher timelines. It's going to feel like paradise. Heaven on earth. But right now, we're in the in-between, the darkness. Kind of dark. A lot of transformation going on. A lot of alchemizing, transmuting collective energies. All these dark nights of the souls. Stuff like that. Dark nights of the soul, I should say. Okay, let's see what else. Dance with life. Yeah, it's the dance. The dance. Meaning, go with the flow, right? Dance with the energies. Like emotions come in like the tide. Let them feel them and then let them out. Release them. It's super windy right now. Big shift. Super windy. You're at the threshold. I might put that as the title. Okay, I just wanted to do a quick pop in. So I'm going to get one card from here, and then I'm going to read from the book, which I never do, but for this deck I do, because it's a very powerful deck. Again, the throat chakra. My throat was fine until I hit play or record, sorry. My throat was fine. I just saw 17 as well. And then 155. So 17, you're on the right path. 155, there's changes coming for you individually. Let's get one card. There we go. Connection. Interesting. It's one of those double cards. Just see, remember I said, look at separation. See how dark it is? But it landed upright. Okay. Connection. It landed upright. So let's read about it. Let's see. Okay, here it is. So the connection part means, I'll hold it for you guys. So the connection part means unity, I knew it was union. Unity, relationship, interaction, interdependence. Interdependence. I'm going to have to look that word up when I'm done. So it says, relationships are the things that test and teach us the most. Connection is a human need, and through relationships, we are able to experience this most deeply. Both connection and separation are part of the human experience. Remember, I was talking about, I just saw 1, 2, 3. Remember, I was talking about alignment, people that don't align with you, to detach, but to always stay detached, but to definitely focus on detaching from the things that don't align with you. In this situation, it could be people. It says both connection and separation are, I already read that, sorry. So it says, yet there are times where connection is needed, whether that be connection with others, or connection with self. For some, separation or isolation becomes a coping mechanism to avoid getting hurt. For those who are afraid of being alone, separation from others so that they can return to themselves may be the exact medicine they need. If this card appears with connection right side up, the invitation is for you to consider how you can deepen your connection with someone. If it appears with separation right side up, consider how you're being called to separate yourself from a situation energetically, or where you feel separation in your life. But it didn't come up in separation, it came up with connection. So you are to, if you have a new connection in your life, or if there's, one that's on your radar, a priority to you, a connection that's priority, they don't want you to give up on it. They want you to see where it goes. If you've been thinking that you are heading into separation, you could be, if I'm saying it. However, don't force the separation. If it comes in, let it happen. That's again with that card, dance with life. You need to let this naturally unfold. Okay, so if it's about a connection, you need to let it unfold naturally. All right, that's what they have for you. Okay, and I got the scene on the bottom too. Not unseen, the scene. People see you. You are seen. Remember I mentioned the tree of life, the family tree, right? She's heading, is that a she? Yeah, she's heading towards that tree of life. You are seen. And she's standing in a water and there's ripples all around her. You have to remind yourself of how much of an impact you have in this realm. And then I mentioned about you might be feeling like you aren't from here. You're not, but you're not here just as a visitor. You're here for a greater purpose. And I think they want you to do some soul searching, some more deep dives to find out more of what that's all about, if that makes sense. But you are being seen. If you feel like people aren't seeing you, if you feel like there's no connection, like you're not finding a deep connection, just don't give up, okay? Something might shift here. I just noticed the wind just totally calmed down. That's so weird. It was just really like going really strong, and now it's like calmed down. So there is a big shift happening. It could bring in some peace. It could bring in some calmness, some harmony, some balance, okay? That's been coming out in readings too, so patience. I'm sorry to say it. Temperance, patience. Things are coming into balance. It's kind of turmoil right now in the energies. But yeah, keep on doing the work, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Love you. Bye.